To our listen and repeat lesson today. I am very excited for this lesson. You are going to shadow, which means to copy, to imitate my American English pronunciation. And you're going to listen to me say a word or sentence fast, and then I'll say it slow so you can hear those pronunciation changes. And I'll make sure to let you know the pronunciation changes as well. And then once you're comfortable with them, you'll listen fast so you can hear it at a natural pace. Now, remember to repeat after me. This lesson is called Listen and Repeat. You need to open your mouth and repeat so you practice shadowing. You copy my pronunciation so you sound just like an American English speaker. Now, first, let's talk about unstressed vowels and the schwa sound. Do you know what that schwa sound is? In the phonetic dictionary, the phonetic alphabet, it looks like an upside down E, this symbol here. And that tells you that a vowel sound is unstressed. So the schwa is an unstressed sound in your throat. So your mouth does not open very much to produce the sound. Exactly as Hidaki said, it's a weak sound, a weak sound. So hello, Surya. Nice to have you here. So now I will say this sentence, and you can say it as well. Say it now, and then listen to me say it. And did it sound exactly the same? Were there any differences between yours and mine? So I'll say it fast, slow, and fast. His chocolate cake is amazing. I'll say it slow. His chocolate cake is amazing. So in this section, remember, we're talking about unstressed sounds and that schwa sound. Were there any sounds that you noticed that were unstressed? Any specific word in here that has an unstressed sound? Put it in the comments and let me say hello to everyone. Hello, Hassan. Hello, Mamorin, hello, Gore, Mohammed, Trung, Julia, hello, everyone, Petra. So listen to me say, his chocolate. Do you notice anything? Chocolate. What about this middle O? Did you hear it? Chocolate. So it sounded like two sounds. Chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate. It is not chalk-o-lot, okay? There's no O in the sound. It's two syllables, chocolate. Repeat after me, chocolate. I love chocolate, chocolate. And notice that end sound, it doesn't sound like late at all because it's an unstressed lit. So you should feel the sound in your throat. So you can always, I physically feel my throat because you can feel your vocal cords vibrating. Lit, chocolate. So notice for the first vowel, it's stressed. So my mouth opens wide. Chocolate. His chocolate cake. And did you notice how when I said is amazing, I didn't put a pause between them because I combined the sounds. I linked them together. So it sounded like is amazing. Is amazing. So when I say the S, I actually say is amazing. Is amazing. Repeat after me. Is amazing. Is amazing. So it's like I put the Z sound in front of amazing, and that first A is an unstressed amazing. Zamazing. Okay, so now I'll say it fast again, and you need to repeat after me. Exactly, Sandlar. Chocolate. Chocolate. Yes, and again, excellent job. Is amazing. Yes, very nice. Amazing. Exactly. Very nice. Woohoo. Hello. Hello all the way to Italy. Vincenzo, nice to have you here. And you're very right. Chocolate. Chocolate. Very nice, everyone. Okay, so let's say this fast, and you can open your mouth and repeat after me. His chocolate cake is amazing. Excellent job. Excellent job. Okay. How about this one? So, again, is there a certain sound that you hear as more of an unstressed, that schwa sound? I'll say it fast, slow, and fast. Do you like all vegetables? I'll say it slow. Do you like all vegetables? Okay. So when you have do you. So do you. So when my mouth is in that rounded position for the O, do, when I push out, I pronounce the word you. So that's why our words sound like they are combined because we don't add those pauses. Do you like all? Like all. So because I have this K sound in like, I can add that in front of the all, the A sound in all, and like all, like all, like all, like all, like all. Repeat after me. Like all. So let's just do that. Do you like all? Do you like all? And my amazing smart students got this. Okay, awesome job, Sandlark, Bushra. Awesome job to you as well. Vegetables. Yes, it's not vegetables. That second E is not there. So so that t for tables. And notice it's not tables. You know that. It's t, so that A sound is the unstressed schwa. So it's So repeat after me. Vegetables. Awesome. This student likes all vegetables. What about you? Answer the question. Do you like all vegetables? Okay. So I'll say it fast. Open your mouth. Repeat after me. Do you like all vegetables? Yeah. I hear a lot. Don't worry, Gregorius. I hear a lot of students pronounce additional vowels in words. And it's difficult because English is not a phonetic language, which means the way a word is spelled does not match the pronunciation. But that's why students see something like this and they might pronounce all the individual sounds. But hey, you improved it and now you're saying it correctly. Okay. Our next one. I'll say it fast, slow, and then fast. Are you ready? And repeat after me. Can you call me this afternoon? I'll say it slow. Can you call me this afternoon? Okay, so notice we have can here, but it's an auxiliary verb. It's a helping verb, not the main verb. So it sounds like can you, can you, can you, can you, can you call me? So just repeat that part. Can you call me? Can you call me? And then this sa. So because we have S and then a vowel sound, you can say this sa. So sa, this afternoon. So you can't just stop there, of course. You need to keep going with the full sound. When you do these combinations, such as linking or reductions, it's very important that you don't pause because otherwise it won't sound correct. This afternoon, this afternoon, this afternoon. Okay, so let's repeat this one fast. Can you call me this afternoon? Can you call me this afternoon? And Jatine, thank you so much for your generosity and your support so I can keep making these lessons for all my students around the world. That is so generous of you. And I am so glad that your video helped you for your government competition. So did you already take your exam? Did you pass this competition? Let me know in the comments as well. And I love hearing this. I love hearing this. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, exactly, Sahar. So it sounds like can you, can you, can you call me? Can you call me? Very good. Excellent job. How about this one? I'll say it fast, slow, and then fast. Let's meet at the restaurant later. Now, were there any sounds that you heard that or that you didn't hear, I should say, because they weren't pronounced. So any sounds that you didn't hear, I'll say it slow. Let's meet at the restaurant later. What about this word here? The place where you eat. Think of how many syllables there are. So how many sounds there are. Restaurant. So we just have two sounds. Restaurant, restaurant, restaurant. Okay, repeat after me. Restaurant, restaurant. Yes, exactly, Sandlark. So if you were to spell it out, how the words actually sounded, it would be restaurant, ront. Very nice, very nice. And you're right. The stress is on that restaurant, restaurant. Very nice. Okay, so let's meet at the. So notice at the, you can just say at the. So you just say like a, and then you pronounce the, because we don't need to pronounce two T's, because when you say it quickly, when you hear one T, that T will work for both the words if you don't put a pause. Remember, this only works if you don't put a pause. At the, at the. So it sounds like the, at the, at the. Restaurant, two sounds, restaurant, later. So notice this T in later. An American speaker in fast spoken English would pronounce this more of a d, later, der. This is called a flat T. So you just don't push out that puff of air so it doesn't create a pause. And that lay, a. So that LA is lay, later. And that's the stress sound, da, later, later. So remember, the unstressed sound has to be really fast. Later, later. Okay, so now, okay, Omer, make sure you have the syllable stress the other way because it's dada, restaurant, dada, restaurant. Exactly, exactly. Okay. Okay, so yes, you're exactly right. At the. Very nice. So now repeat after me and I'll say it fast. Open your mouth and practice along. Let's meet at the restaurant later. Awesome job, everyone. Yeah, and you are right that in American English, R is a strong sound. So you will hear it at the end. Later, So you can practice if you want to sound more American English pronunciation, then you need to get that Now, I don't know in your native language, but when I'm frustrated, sometimes I'll be like, why isn't this working? I'm stuck in traffic. I don't know if you make that same sound when you're frustrated, but if you do, that is what your mouth position and the sound of that strong So it's an important sound to practice if you do want to sound more like an American English pronunciation. Okay, now, are you enjoying this lesson? If you are, hit that like button. Please do, because it truly supports my channel. It makes it possible for me to keep making these lessons for you. And of course, subscribe, because that way you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you're also notified of when I go live as well. And put yes, yes, yes if you're enjoying this lesson. Put yes, yes, yes. And I'm glad I'm not the only one. Jonathan also goes, and same, all right, all right. Yes, that is that strong sound. Shivering. So shivering is like, ooh, if I, it's funny the sounds we make. So for me personally, I would be like, ooh, if I were shivering. So that's like, ooh, I'm cold. Ugh. So it's not, I personally don't make the R sound when I shiver, but it is possible that someone does. But generally, that is like a frustration. That's the sound there. Okay, woohoo. It seems like everyone is enjoying this lesson. Horatio, Jorge, Omer, Beauty. Exactly. And I have this free speaking guide for you. If you have not downloaded it yet, make sure you do. So this is the link. It's just my website /free-guide. I will put the link in the chat and the pinned chat and in the description after this lesson as well. Woohoo. I am so happy everyone is enjoying this lesson. Anissa, that is amazing. All right, Maria, wonderful. Okay, well, let's keep going. How about this one? I will say it fast, slow, and then fast. The doctor told me to drink more water. I'll say it slowly. The doctor told me to drink more water. Now, I know a simple word like water. I have a lot of students ask me about the pronunciation of this, and you're exactly right. So remember, in American English, we pronounce the at the end. So it will sound like water. Yeah, sound like. So we have that da, water, 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 water. And you're definitely right, Hidaki, with the doctor. But if I were to write it, I would change the spelling to be T-E-R, because it's not, the sound is doctor, So T-R or T-E-R, because there's no O in it. Yes, llama, that's a very advanced concept. So you must study pronunciation. Yeah. So this concept of an R controlled vowel. So in doctor, you don't hear the vowel sound at all. You just hear the because when I say I'm mad, you actually, there is an E sound in it. So there's an unstressed vowel of an E sound built in to the sound. Okay. So doctor, water, water. Now, let's talk about this preposition to. The doctor told me. Now, when you have the infinitive, you would pronounce this as just a quick to drink, to drink, to drink, to drink. So you wouldn't say to drink, just to drink, to drink. The doctor told me to drink more water. water. Okay, so let's say this fast, everyone, and make sure, repeat right now. Doctor, water. Okay, so now that you got that, let's do it fast. The doctor told me to drink more water. Exactly, exactly. Very nicely done. Yes, exactly. That's how I would spell it to reflect the pronunciation. Very nice. All right. How about this one? I'll say it fast, slow, and then fast. He's studying history at university. Now I'll say it slow. Are there any sounds you can't hear? He's studying history at university. Okay, so he's studying. He's, he's, he's studying history. History. So notice that O in history is just a very history, 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 history. So it's a very, very quick sound. History. So notice the he's is a different vowel from history. So the he is, it's a higher sound. He's studying history. So this hi, the vowel sound is a little bit lower. History. He's studying history at university. So this I in university, we pronounce it as the schwa. University. 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 So da 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 da. University. Actually, there's university. University. There's 5 sounds. Woo! It's a long one. University. University. So it's the third sound. Da 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 da. University. Da 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 da. University. 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 All right. I'll say it fast and you can repeat after me. He's studying history at university. Excellent job, everyone. Now, let's talk about some silent letters. So, there is at least one, maybe more, words with silent letters in this sentence. So, you can identify the word and then identify which letter is silent. You can put that in the chat. All right. So I will say this fast and then slow and then fast. And you can, of course, think about the schwa sound and stressed and unstressed sounds. Think about that as well. And we'll focus on silent letters. I'll say it fast. She finally paid off her mortgage and debt. So could you hear any silent letters? I already see some in the chat. I'll say it slow. She finally paid off her mortgage and debt. Okay. We got some. Students know it's this word. So I'll say it. Mortgage. Mortgage. So here, what's interesting is the T is silent, which means it is there in spelling, but it is not pronounced at all. So this is very different from a flap T, because the flap T, your tongue goes in the T position, but it just doesn't produce the sound. But in this word, the fact that the T is silent means the T is not pronounced in any way. So you spell it as, or you say it as if T weren't there. So it's more, like, I want more. Give me more. So that's the first sound, more. And then the other sound is gidge. So notice here that A is unstressed. So it sounds like g, 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 gidge, idge. So it's an unstressed So the sound is in my throat. Gidge, gidge, gidge. Mortgage, data, mortgage, mortgage. Very nice, everyone. Okay, and then almost all the students seem to know about this one, debt. So the word debt, which is money you owe to a creditor or a financial institution or your friend, family member, the B is just not there. So if you were to spell it phonetically, you would do it like this, D-E-T, debt, debt, debt. All right, everyone. So she finally paid off. So this D, I'm going to put it on the O. It's going to sound like pay, doff, 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 pay, doff. But remember, in order for this to sound correct, you can't pronounce them as two separate words. You have to pronounce them as one word, paid off, paid off. Because it doesn't sound correct to say she finally paid off her mortgage. That doesn't sound correct. She finally paid off, paid off, paid off her mortgage, data, mortgage, and debt. Okay, I'll say it fast and you can repeat after me. And exactly, paid off. Very nice. Paid off. Exactly. Now you got it. Paid off. Very nice, everyone. Okay, so repeat after me fast. She finally paid off her mortgage and debt. Awesome job, everyone. How about the silent letter or silent letters? There's at least one. And there could be more than one. It's up to you to find them. So I will say it fast, slow, and then fast. And then when I say it fast, I want you to listen to hear if there are any silent letters. I lost the receipt for the salmon dinner. Now I'll say it slow. I lost the receipt for the salmon dinner. I cannot tell you how many students ask for salmon. Well, they actually pronounce the L and say sal, and then they also pronounce the vowel sound and say it more like mon. So there are two issues here. We have a silent letter. The L does not exist. So exactly like Abhishek said, it's just not there in spelling. But then also the M-O-N, the vowel sound O, is an unstressed sound. So if I were to spell it, salmon, salmon, I would probably do something like this. Salmon, 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 salmon. That's just how I hear the sounds. Now, you may hear the sounds differently based on how the sounds are in your native language. So you should always, like, when you think about writing the sounds based on how they sound, do it based on what you personally hear. So if this doesn't help you, do it in a way that sounds like it to you. Salmon, salmon, dada, salmon, salmon. Okay, so please start ordering salmon, salmon. Now, some other students got the P is silent. So like Hidaki spelled it here. I lost the, yeah, it's very intuitive that you also got rid of the T in lost because the has the T. So I can just say, I lost the, lost the, lost the. So when I pronounce the T, it's actually going to be for the. I lost the. Repeat after me. I lost the. Receipt, receipt, eat. So Again, receipt. Maybe for me personally, it sounds like this. Oh, I receipt, receipt. So, and then you can add in the stress sound. So, receipt, da da, receipt. So, I hear a strong eat sound, seat, seat. You could also spell it SEAT as I'm sitting on a seat because it's the exact same thing. Exactly. Where did it go? It's a very good question. Why is it there? Where did it go? I don't know. That's a great question. Okay, so now I'll say it fast and you can repeat after me. I lost the receipt for the salmon dinner. Excellent job, everyone. Let's keep going. Any silent letters here? What do you think? I'll say it slow. I'll say it fast and then I'll say it slow, and you can think about those silent letters. All right. So I'll say it fast. His muscle pain made it hard to climb the stairs. Now I'll say it slowly. His muscle pain made it hard to climb the stairs. Okay, so his muscle. So in English, we also have a seafood item that's very popular on menus. And that seafood item is mussels. Have you ever had mussels? They are delicious. Okay, so it's the exact same pronunciation if it were plural. Now, mussels, you never order one mussel because they're very, very small. So you usually get a bowl filled with many mussels. So that's why I have it in the plural. So it sounds exactly the same if there were an S. So his muscles are sore. So two mussels, two or more. Ah, Manuel loves eating mussels. Nice. So that's the exact same pronunciation. His muscle, repeat after me, muscle. His muscle pain made it. So notice I say may, dit. But then I pronounce it as one. Made it. Made it hard to, because this is a preposition, so it's unstressed, to climb. Now there's no B in this word. So I don't say climb. Your mouth is already in that B position for the M, climb. But to form a B, you just push it out. But so do not push it out. Climb the stairs. Climb the stairs. So climb, the sound is just not there. Climb the stairs. Okay, so I will say it fast and you can repeat after me. His muscle pain made it hard to climb the stairs. All right, there you know. Now you know that. And hello, Felix. It's so nice to have you for the first time. That's wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Yes, exactly. Muscle cannot be eaten. Very good. Let's go. How about this one? Any silent letters in these words? There's at least one. Maybe more. I will say it fast and you can find out. The autumn breeze is subtle but refreshing. Okay, so what do you think? The autumn. So for autumn, there is no N sound. I think it'd be pretty impossible to go from a autumn to an N. It's just your mouth wouldn't even work like that. So autumn, the autumn, breeze. Notice that long E sound, breeze, ease, breeze is, Sahar got it. Anuat got it. Sita got it. Awesome. Awesome. Monica got it. Okay, subtle. So subtle, subtle. Now you can pronounce it more of a sud, so that T can become a flat T and it could sound more like a D. Subtle, duddle, duddle, subtle, subtle. Exactly, like George or Jorge wrote, subtle. And you got the syllable stress right. Da da, subtle, subtle, subtle. Yeah, subtle, but refreshing. So subtle means that you only have a small amount of something. So there's only a small amount of breeze, autumn breeze, but it's refreshing. So even though there's only a small amount of it, it still feels really amazing. All right. So that's a nice poetic sentence. How about this one? Are there any silent letters here? The chef used a whistle to call his castle staff. I'll say it again. The chef used a whistle to call his castle staff. What do you think? What do you think? And yes, you're right. Subtle, subtle. Nice, nice phonetic spelling or spelling it based on what it sounds like. Okay. We got one. So what's the silent letter? Whistle, 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 so. And yes, George got it. Castle, castle. Very nice. So you don't hear those T's. So whistle, so. So you just imagine the T's not there. So it goes from the S to the O, that dark L. Soul, soul. And same, it's the exact same sound for castle. So when often if you're trying to learn a new word, think if there is an existing word that you know how to pronounce that has the same sound. And then you can take that sound if you know how to say castle and you're confident that your pronunciation of castle is correct, then you just take that sound and you apply it to the new word you're learning that has the same sound, like whistle, castle, muscle. So muscle has it as well. So you have those three words already: whistle, castle, muscle. They have the same sound. Now notice this, the chef, chef. I hear a lot of students pronounce it incorrectly because they have that voiced sound, but it's chef. So it's unvoiced. Chef, chef, chef. Repeat after me. Chef. The chef used the. Okay, so notice here. I have used, which has a very soft D at the end and is one syllable. Used, used. Now, because I have this article A, I can take that D and it will sound like da. Use, da. Use, da. Use. So it sounds like to use, and then da. But remember, you have to pronounce it as one. Used, used, used. The chef used a whistle to call. So this to is just unstressed to call his castle staff. Okay, so I will say it 1 more time exactly. Hidaki used. 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 Very nice. Hustle and bustle. Oh, that's an excellent one. So we have whistle, castle, muscle, hustle, bustle. So you learned 5. Excellent job. All right. I am so glad. Racine from Senegal. I'm so glad you're enjoying this class. That means so much to me. Thank you. So I will say it fast. The chef used a whistle to call his castle staff. There you go. You can practice that one. How about this one? Any silent letters here? What do you think? I will say it slow. No, I will say it fast. And then I will say it slow. She's the rightful heir to the entire island. She's the rightful heir to the entire island. What do you think here? Now notice she is, even when I see the non-contracted form in written English, when I say it in fast-spoken English, I'm going to pronounce it as the contraction, even if it's not written with the contraction. She's. So I still pronounce this as the contraction. She's. 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 She's the rightful. Rightful. How about this word? It starts with a H. It kind of spells or is spelled similar to hair, but that H is not pronounced. So it is the exact same pronunciation as air. Breathe it in, air. Air, exact same pronunciation. Yes, the spelling is very different, but the pronunciation is this, air. So let's try that. She's the rightful heir, the rightful heir to the entire island, island. So we have I, or just the letter I, but if you want to think about it, I, Lind. So Land. If you were just to say that, you would say land, land. But because that spelling is in a word and it's the unstressed sound, it changes to lind, lind. So if you're familiar with the English name Linda, Linda is just the lind from that. So island, island. So the S is totally silent. It's not there. I will say it fast. And you can open your mouth and repeat after me. She's the rightful heir to the entire island. Awesome job. Very nice, everyone. Now, how about this one? Any silent letters here? I will say it fast. The plumber is looking for the part in the wrong aisle. And I'll say it slow and think about those silent letters. There's at least one. The plumber is looking for the part in the wrong aisle. Okay. Hidaki, Hoda, Sophia. Ooh, sorry, they're coming so fast. Sophia. Yeah. Seda. Very nice. Very nice. Sahar. Nicely done, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Pitherly. Nice to have you here. So the plumber. Plumber. So we go from the M, plum, and then you just add the ers. The B is not there. Plumber, plumber. The plumber is looking for the part in the wrong aisle. So here, I, and then a dark L. So this AI is pronounced as I. I-O. 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 And then you put the sounds together. Aisle, Aisle. And it's dada. Aisle, aisle, aisle. Okay, I'll say it fast. Yes. So aisle has the silent letter, and an aisle is, well, if you're in a grocery store, the path that you walk on in a grocery store is called an aisle. So if you ask the person, oh, excuse me, where is the cereal? Or where are the eggs? Where is the milk? They would say aisle 3, aisle 4, aisle 5. So you can think of it as either the path or the row. So that is an aisle. So if you ask where is, or you could say what aisle is the milk in, and then it's a number or a letter that they would say. Okay. Aisle, that word is also used on a plane. So you have the window seat, the middle seat, and the aisle seat. The aisle seat is the one where you can access the path, which they call aisle. Yeah, it's like a corridor. I was calling it a path, but a corridor is a great way of thinking of it. Exactly. So we use it yes, exactly. It's a corridor. We use it on planes. Um, you would on a train or a bus, they might say, make sure your bags are not in the aisle because then people can't walk around. So make sure the aisle is clear. And then in grocery stores, any store where there are rows or corridors, they would be aisles. Yeah. Okay. Excellent question. I'll say it fast one more time and you can repeat after me. The plumber is looking for the part in the wrong aisle. So he's in aisle 4, but the part is in aisle 12, for example. All right, let's review some spoken English reductions. So these ones you might be more familiar with. I'm going to call you later. Now, you can absolutely say, I'm going to call you later. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's important for you to understand how many Americans will say this in fast speech. And what you will likely hear on TV, movies, YouTube videos, and English in the real world. So you can improve your listening skills. I'm going to call you later will of course sound like, of course you know it. Of course you know it. I'm gonna call you later. Now, important to know that these are spoken English reductions. So this is what it sounds like when you say it in spoken English. And we already talked exactly sound like. We already talked about also how later the sound changes. Okay. We should have left earlier. You can absolutely say this, but you may want to become comfortable and familiar with the reduction. The way that a native speaker is going to take 2 or more of these words and then reduce the sounds so they sound like one word. We should have left earlier. We shoulda. And yeah, German, you can definitely just say shoulda. That's the great or that's exactly how it sounds. Shoulda. So Monica, I would just make sure you have a sound. So that to me, that sounds like an A sound. But if in your native language, when you see that spelling, you know it's that sound, then write it exactly like that because it's supposed to be helpful for you. Okay. I am so happy to hear that, Jean-Luc. I will do my best to help you improve your English for your humanitarian work. All right, exactly. Shoulda, shoulda, shoulda. We shoulda. We should have left earlier. We should have left earlier. So we should have left earlier. We shoulda. Exactly. Coulda, shoulda, or coulda, woulda, shoulda. Exactly. Ah, very nicely done. Okay, how about this one? I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went. I don't know. I don't know where he went. Now, what two words could be reduced into one? Danny, that's a great idea. We can definitely do a full video on connected speech and linking because it's such a large topic. There are so many different combinations and sounds, and it's really important for your listening skills. Now, when I teach this, honestly, I don't expect my students to pronounce the words exactly as I do because you don't need to. It's not required to have American accent. That does not matter. You can speak English and have a Spanish accent or a Portuguese accent or a Japanese accent. That's fine as long as you're understood. My purpose for doing this is more to help you improve your listening skills so you understand when native speakers talk, because we do talk like this, that you can improve your listening skills. But of course, if you want to pronounce the sounds like this, you're welcome to. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know. So notice how unstressed that is. Don't know. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's very common. I don't know. I don't know. How many times in a day do you say this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where he went. I don't know. I don't know where he went. So it just sounds so fast. So this is why students say, like, wow, native speakers, they are so fast. It's because of things like this, where we take multiple words and we combine them into one word, and then we also say it very unstressed as well. Okay, how about this? It's kind of cold outside. It's kind of cold outside. It's kind of cold outside. Does anyone know what the reduction is? Hidaki got it. Anuak got it. Exactly. Well done, everyone. You can say kinda. So here you're just taking the preposition of and you're reducing it to It's kinda. It's kinda. But then you're connecting it into one sound. And this is the important thing. That is one sound. It's kinda. It's kinda cold outside. I should have brought a jacket. It's kinda cold outside. How about this one? Do you prefer coffee or tea? What can we do here? This is more of an unstressed sound, I guess, perhaps more than a full reduction. But let's see if anyone knows. Yeah, you can absolutely do the do you. So this to me sounds like do you, duh, do you, do you, do you. But I might do it more like do ya, do ya. So I would probably have the ooh sound in do, but then take the y and have more of a ya. Do ya, do ya, do ya, do ya, do ya prefer? Maybe in really, really fast speech, it might sound like do ya, do ya, do you, do you, do you, do ya? Okay. Now, the one that I was thinking, maybe it's not really a formal reduction. So I might have confused you with having it in this category, but this one. So it's just taking the or and pronounce or reducing it to an sound. But the important part is you pronounce it as one word, basically. So instead of saying coffee or tea, we have to pronounce it together. Coffee or tea, coffee or tea. So notice, do you prefer coffee or tea? Coffee or tea? It sounds like one, coffee or tea. So you can take that and instead of saying coffee, it almost sounds like coffeeer, coffeeer, coffeeer. tea, tea, tea. Coffee or tea, coffee or tea. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Coffee or tea? All right. Excellent job, everyone. How about this? So think about what we just did with coffee or tea. And what could we do here? I like both cats and dogs. So this is the way your English teacher speaks. This is the way maybe formal presentations, news anchors in a formal settings. I like both cats and dogs. Wouldn't it be amazing if all native speakers spoke like that all the time? It would be a lot easier to understand TV, movies, YouTube, or native speakers when you're traveling. But unfortunately, it's not how we speak all the time. All right. Cats and dogs. So it's taking that and is reducing it to just an So your tongue is touching up here. And then you push out the sound. And then you make sure that it's one word. Cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. Dogs. Cats and dogs. I like both cats and dogs. I like both coffee and tea. Coffee and tea. Coffee and tea. Coffee and tea. Cats and dogs. So you can do it with any two things, not just cats and dogs. All right. How about this one? Let me know when it's ready. Let me know. Let me know when it's ready. That's where you pronounce each sound fully, which is awesome because it's way easier to understand. But unfortunately, a lot of speakers, including myself, will say, let me know. Let me know when it's ready. Let me know. Let me know. Let me. Let me. So this one's pretty easy because it follows our normal pattern of just not pronouncing the T's on final words. Let me. But remember, it has to sound like one word. Let me. Let me. Let me know. Let me know when it's ready. Okay, repeat after me. Hopefully everyone's been repeating these. Let me know when it's ready. Let me know if you like coffee or tea. Let me know when you're going to come. So, of course, you can combine all of these, and it's very common to have more than one in a sentence. Yeah, exactly, Danny. And I'm sure every language does this, but the speakers of the language don't realize it because they don't think about how they speak. They just speak. If they really sat down and listened to themselves and asked, which sounds did I pronounce fully? Did I combine these words together? I mean, but people just don't do that. Very nice point, Danny. All right. So quickly, let's look at some words that the spelling does not equal the pronunciation. Now, in general, English, this applies to all English because English is not a phonetic language. But there are some words where even native speakers, you look at a word and you have no idea how to pronounce it, or you hear the pronunciation and then you try to spell it and you realize you have no idea how to spell it. So, for example, this word, I hear a lot of mistakes with this. So I'm showing you immediately what it really sounds like because I don't want you to learn the incorrect pronunciation. So this, a nice suit, oot, suit, suit. So this is a matching out. I am not wearing a suit, but this is a matching outfit with a shirt and matching pants that you would wear in a formal setting, a wedding, a formal presentation, a formal job interview. Some people may wear this to work every single day, depending on your profession or the culture in your company. Okay, repeat after me. You need to buy a nice suit for the wedding. Okay, repeat just the word suit. Suit. Very nicely done. How about this one? This is, I believe, a French word. So we don't pronounce it like English pronunciation. So the T is not pronounced as a T, it's pronounced as an A sound. Buffet, buffet. And it's da, which is why I have the fe in capital letters. Da, buffet, buffet, the buffet. So this is where you pay one price and there are all these different food options and you can eat as much as you want. The buffet. Repeat after me. Buffet. The buffet had an endless array of food. So notice array has the same sound as buffet. Buffet, array. The buffet. Repeat after me. Buffet. Excellent. And this one, when I first saw this word, I had no idea how to pronounce it. I pronounced it like I thought it would be. And then when someone told me the actual pronunciation, I was really confused because it's just pronounced as key, key. So this one, you just can't look at the spelling at all. Key, key. So repeat after me. This one's easy. Key. The cruise takes off from the quay. So the quay is like a port or a dock. It's an area where water meets the land, and then boats can park their boats there, and then passengers can get on and off. The cruise takes off from the quay. All right. And this one. So here, syllable stress is important. Da, debris, debris, brie. So there's no S on it at all. And the vowel sound is E, not I. E, debris, brie. And the first sound is unstressed. So it's debris, debris. The crew removed debris from the road. So if there's a big car accident and then metal pieces and glass, shattered glass from the car that is on the road, those small pieces, that would be called debris. Debris. So all of those pieces together are called debris. Debris. Excellent job. And this one, this is a common word, and I hear a lot of interesting pronunciations from my students on this one. So this is my best attempt to spell it like it sounds. So it has that qua, quai, I. So it has that I sound. There's no O in this, okay? So ignore the O entirely. And that CH is like a qua, quai, quai. And then a choir. So there's two sounds, choir, and then it's more of the first sound, da, choir, choir. So this is a group of people singing together. The choir. Repeat after me. Choir, choir, choir. The choir sang beautifully. This one most students know, but very different spelling. Q. So it's just the letter. You can ignore all those vowels and just say Q. This is one that gets me. Why is it spelled like this? I wish I knew. Why not just QUE seems to be enough. The Q is way too long. The Q. Yeah, some of these are going to be harder than others. We're, of course, going quite fast. So after, you can come back to that specific section and just practice. Everything is difficult at first. And then with practice, things become easy. Okay, this one. So I don't know if this is a common food item in your diet or in your city, your country. It's very common in North America for breakfast. What flavor of yogurt? So we have that strong yo, like yo, yo, very informal way of saying hi or hello, yo. And then the GURT is unstressed. So it sounds like gert, ert, gert, gert, yogurt, yogurt, yogurt. What flavor of yogurt do you want me to get? How about this one? This is one when I see the word, I can't pronounce it correctly because I have to look away. Because sometimes when you look at the spelling of something, it influences how you want to say it. So there are 4 sounds: a, pid, a, me. And then you say it together: epitome, 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 epitome. You are the epitome of a dedicated student. So the epitome of something is the perfect representation or the perfect example. So if you look at the definition of a dedicated student in the dictionary, that describes you. You are the epitome of a dedicated student. And that is definitely true because you're here with me practicing. And that is the end of our class. So make sure you like this lesson, subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson, every time I go live as well. And put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the comments if you want another lesson just like this. I had so much fun in this class today, and I am very excited to create another lesson for you and practice again. So make sure you put yes, yes, yes. So I know you liked this lesson. Hidaki liked it. Sandlark liked it. Bye, Masael. Nice having you here. Oh, I'll have to try some Turkish yogurt. Thanks for the hint. Thanks for the clue. Hoda, woohoo, Horatio. Nice to see you, Tahir. Awesome, Saida. Woohoo. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been such a pleasure. You're very welcome, Alexander. Bye, Hidaki. Bye. You're very welcome. All right, exactly. Have a good day, everyone. And on that note, bye, everyone.